So when you measure a bug screen, okay, a bug screen is what fits into the opening portion of the window. Not that part, but the opening portion. That right there is the bug screen. It fits into the opening portion of the window.
This is a leaf spring. When a leaf spring is collapsed, it takes up roughly 1/8 of an inch. Leaf springs can be installed on either the width side or the height side of the bug screen.
You can either put the leaf spring on the top like this. See how the leaf spring will slide up into here? Or some windows, if they slide left and right, you're going to either have the leaf spring on the height side. Okay, that means that this part here is going to be on the height side.
For all bug screens where you use the tension spring or leaf springs, the measurements will be for the inside of the window frame as shown here.
Basically for all bug screens, it's really simple. You can find, see it's going to fit up here on the top. It's going to rest up against that piece of channeling there. It's going to go down here in the bottom and sit there, and it's going to ride behind that little lip right there. See how it fits in there, right? Just like that? Okay, so what we need is we need this measurement from here, okay, all the way to this measurement here. It's real simple. Just don't make them too tight, okay? A measurement for this window, for example, okay, for this bug screen window here, will be 31 5/8. See my 31 5/8 marker? You could even be safe and make it 31 9/16. But the key is that 31 5/8, while it will fit here in this bottom, I need to also make sure that 31 5/8 is going to fit here in the top. So if 31 5/8 is too tight right here, then you're going to want to use 31 9/16, okay? So 31 5/8 is a little bit tight right here. So I think it'd be best for you guys to make them 31 9/16. There's just no need for them to be super tight. Me, I know these windows real well, and so I'll try to make them tight. But if they're too tight, they can give you problems. Now, another easy way is if you already have these existing screens, heck, just measure them. You know, just get your width and get your height measurement. Now, as far as height, that's the thing that you have to also watch out for. Okay, so I'm going to stick this tape here in the bottom like that, okay, because it's going to ride along that bottom. It's going to fit in that bottom track there and ride along this right here, this edge. Okay, see there? I'd make this screen 30 inches, no more than 30 inches, okay? No more than 30. Now watch. You've got a good 7/16, almost half, but a 7/16 up in there. The thing is you have to have room for this leaf spring. So you do not want to make these bug screens so tight that when you get them up in there, then you don't have room for them to slip over this little edge right here, okay? That little edge right there, it's really important that when you get your screens up in there, you have enough room for it to slip over this edge. So let's just do a trial run here. Let's see. So I said 30 inches, okay? So look down here and you see my 30-inch mark. See, it's got a little bit of a gap right there. That's going to give you just enough room for that leaf spring to be collapsed. So to reiterate, take your tape, measure from the bottom, see like that? Measure from the bottom, okay? And just go slightly, and I mean slightly over the bottom there. So go slightly over that, okay? So 1/8 of an inch over that, and you're covered. So if you measure to the bottom there, and just do slightly over 1/8 of an inch, then your bug screens are gonna fit just fine in there. Now, if you try to go way up in there, they're not going to fit fine. If that's the case, and when you get these screens, these bug screens from us, you're going to have to take these leaf springs off, and you can just pull them out, okay? So just pull them out, just take them out, and you'll make them fit that way. Now, if you get your bug screens and they do fit a little snug on the width, you can take like a tool, okay, like this. Now this is not a buck screen that we make. This just happens to be a buck screen at this customer's house that I'm looking at right now. Mine are going to be 45. There will be no exposed plastic like this, okay? It's really important here in Texas where we're at, where you don't have this exposed plastic. But point being, my buck screens will be 45. They'll be mitered, okay? So there'll be no plastic. And so if you needed to take off 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch or something from here, or even from down the bottom, you can take a tool like this, right? And you just tap it. Well, you got to hold the screen, okay? Put it somewhere and tap it. And if you tap it hard enough and keep tapping it, that miter will move and you'll be able to gain that 1/8 or 1/16 so that you can then make it fit.